Merry Christmas to me. What's in the box, you ask? Well, at the ripe old age of 40, I am entering my plant mom era. And this is a plant stand. And not just any plant stand, it has grow lights. And I didn't grab scissors, so let me get those. Okay, I'm back. And I'm really hoping this is easy to put together. One of the biggest reasons I wanted a plant stand is because even though I have these great big windows in the back of my house, they only get morning sunlight. And so the plants that I do have in this house have to sit on the windowsill, and quite honestly, it's destroying my windowsill. So this plant stand is hopefully gonna solve all my problems because it has built-in grow lights, and I can set it up anywhere in my home and still have wonderful plants. And maybe, just maybe, my plants can go from surviving to thriving. It was looking a little dark in the background, so I turned on the light. Okay, let's review the steps. All right, we are going to speed put this together. Happy New Year, 2026. Wow. I have a really good feeling about 2026. We went through quite the fire in 2025, lots of big life changes, but it ended on such a hopeful note for the future. I know the changes are just going to keep coming this year, but I am ready. I know that my family is stronger than ever, and I have you guys. I took quite the break last year to focus on family and health. I had also hit a bit of a mental block on content creation. When I stepped in front of the camera, I just didn't feel like myself, and it felt forced, and I didn't like that. And I didn't know if that would ever change, but I'm so thankful it did. In fact, over the fall, I decided that I was going to treat my channel like a full-blown job, and so far, I have been able to do that. Still working on getting back up to weekly uploads, but I think last month I had 3 whole videos, so we are getting there. We take a long break over the holidays in our homeschool, so that helped, and we're starting back up this week, so pray for me. I want to do it all, but sometimes my body just doesn't let me. For my new friends, I have a chronic blood disorder. It's a gene mutation called CALR positive, CALR positive. And basically, it just makes me overproduce platelets and white blood cells. Untreated, I felt like I had the flu 24/7 with fatigue and body aches. Now I'm treated and I feel about 80 to 90% better, but it does still limit how much energy I have in a given day. And if I overdo it, I can really hurt myself and knock myself out for several days. And I can't afford that. Having this has taught me to be very, very patient with myself. It can be very frustrating being a type A person in a body that doesn't want to cooperate with all the things I want to do. I struggled with severe depression for several years because my self talk was not so nice. I would beat myself up terribly for not having the energy to even do the bare minimum each day. I mean, after all, there was nothing wrong with me other than this elevated white blood cell count at the time that nobody could figure out. But other than that, I just was like, there's nothing wrong with you, Shannon. And boy, I could tear myself to pieces. And that's why at the end of every video, I tell you guys to go say something kind to yourself. If I could go back in time, I wish I would have been kinder to that girl. Now, having a diagnosis really helped give myself grace, but I lived like that for 10 years. No wonder I was so depressed. I had been through several oncologists trying to determine what was causing it, and finally found one. Praise the Lord. And once I got treatment, I realized, oh, okay, this is what it feels like to be a normal person with a normal amount of energy. So if you're going through something similar, hang in there and keep trying to get answers. But most of all, be nice to yourself. Give yourself grace. There is just so much pressure to keep up with everything. And I just want to release you of your perfectionism because it's a very freeing feeling. I've already done it for myself, and I want that for you. So if no one has told you lately, it's okay to have clutter. It's okay to have dishes in the sink and laundry piled up. It really is. It's not worth having a pristine home if it means you're sacrificing your mind and your body. Do not beat yourself up if your body's telling you to rest. You will get to those things when you can. You know why? Because you're awesome. Handy Shan has done it again. Plant stand 0, Handy Shan 1. I do have quite a few screws left over, and I know for sure I forgot to put washers in at one point, but we got in too deep. We're not going back. And I installed the top shelf wrong, but that was an easy fix. I'll still give Handy Shan a 5-star review. It's actually really good quality. When I was shopping around, I was hoping to get a plant stand where the shelves look like wood but were waterproof because I'm messy. Again, my window sills are suffering right now because I get water everywhere when I water. It comes with 2 grow lights, which I thought every shelf had a light. I was wrong, but that's okay. We're gonna make these work, and I figure the bottom shelf can be like my watering can and whatever. So we'll find out tomorrow. But these are the grow lights that'll go with it. And for once, can we give it up to a company who sends the plug-in adapter for the USB cord? That's gonna get 5 stars right there. I also purchased some plants that we're gonna replant tomorrow. I actually started this video at night, if you can't tell. But I wanted to get this plant stand built because these are the type of tasks that like really paralyze me. So I thought, you know what? We're gonna call on Handy Shan and we're gonna tackle it tonight. So tomorrow when we're like gunning in this video, we're not gonna have anything slowing us down. So it'll be a couple seconds for you and hopefully a good night's rest for me. Now, becoming a new plant mom is gonna come with its challenges because I've never really been known to have a green thumb. In fact, most come to die. When a plant comes to me, it's gotta be able to survive a lot of neglect like these guys. These are amaryllis bulbs, and I actually can get them to sprout leaves off and on. They're still in their original containers. They will give me leaves now and then, but they do not bloom. So I'm hoping with the help of today's sponsor, the Plant app, that we can take these plants from surviving to thriving, because when those bloom, they are beautiful. I've been having a lot of fun with the Plant app. They have a plant identification feature where you can actually scan your plant, which is good because half of these I didn't know what they were. So I was able to scan the plant and kind of try and find it. And once you have your plants identified, it'll give you an intelligent care schedule. Thankfully, a lot of these still had the little information card with them so I could just type them in. But that plant identification feature was pretty cool. And then once you get all your plants put in, you can create an intelligent care schedule that'll tell you when to water, when to fertilize. You can actually, it has a light meter where you can measure the light in different areas of your home to make sure it's optional for that particular plant. I'm telling you, it's gonna take the guesswork out of plants. There's a doctor feature, there's a community feature where you can go on and ask questions, you know, with other plant enthusiasts and get tips. And they also just released a new feature with the Plant AI chat. So you can go in there and chat with AI and get answers to your questions immediately. Pretty cool. So anyway, I got all my plants in there. And so I still have to create the schedule to help me water. I want to kind of get these positioned into their homes first so that I don't have to go and redo that should I move a plant. If you are a plant parent and you think you can use that tool, you can actually go download it right now. And they have a New Year's offer for 30% off their premium subscription. That kind of unlocks some of the more premium features. You don't need a code. It's available in the app. Thank you, Plant to App, for sponsoring this video and giving me a fighting chance at keeping these alive. We're gonna test the plant identification feature on this. I know what it is, so we're going to try it out. Okay, so we're gonna scan the plant. Testing, testing. And there it is, rubber plant. And I'm not gonna try and pronounce that last word. Some of these do not need to be repotted. They just need to be taken care of. I did buy some of these little trays. So we'll go ahead and move these out of the way. I wanna combine some of these, and hopefully Steven's okay with me repotting in the kitchen because it is cold outside. And look at my Christmas cactus. It's a little late, but it does have some blooms on it. I'm so excited. This is my second attempt at a Christmas cactus. And when I got it, it was this big. So we're doing something right. We won't talk about this one. And this one might be a goner. But I'm hoping that if I repot it, I can save it. And I'm gonna do one in here and one in here. Okay, we got the plan together. Let's do it. I can tell this one's still alive. I don't know about this one, but we're still gonna plant it and see what happens. Okay, I'm going to take a poll down in the comments. Are you team New Year's resolution or not? Y'all sound off down below, and don't ignore me, okay? I want to know. Your opinion matters. Me personally, I'm not a super big fan of New Year's resolutions. I don't know what it is about January 1st and like starting something on January 1st that really sends me running for the hills, but it does. I'm more of like, okay, if I want to make this change, I need to start today kind of gal. However, I do like the first of the year as like pressing a reset button. You know, the holidays can get me screwed up, and being able to press the reset button on all that, get back into routines, recommit to healthy routines, those sort of things. I really do like having the first of the year as like a reset button. But overall, like if I need to make a change, I try not to like say I'm going to start Monday or I'm going to start the new year, whatever I have done in the past, because that never works. Something about that makes the challenge so much harder than just starting right then and there. I do have a few things that I want to improve on. Like, I want to be a lot better in my prayer life. Past few years, I've focused on reading the Bible and getting into scripture daily, and I did a good job at that. But this year, I want to be better with like daily prayer. Okay, this is the corner I think I'm gonna put it in. On the clear sunny days like today, this is a perfect spot. It gets pretty good sunlight, but it's also next to a plug. So on the days that I don't get good sunlight, I can turn on the grow lights. And it's also out of the way where it's not gonna get bumped into. I still need to put Christmas away so I can put my living room back together. All the dog kennels are sort of crammed around, and I like them a little bit more spread out. But gotta make room for the Christmas tree. It's always bittersweet putting away the Christmas tree. On one hand, I love it. It brings me joy. But on the other hand, I want my house back. This was my big splurge, this fiddle leaf plant here. I don't know where I'm gonna put it. I'm kind of thinking this corner over here, or actually kind of putting it at the bottom of the stairs, like where the Christmas tree is. Because when you walk in the door, the Christmas tree is like the first thing you see. And I don't know, there's something about that that's just nice. I don't know if the fiddle leaf will give the same effect, but I may try it out there too. And when I say splurge, this was, I think was 30 bucks, $35 maybe. It really wasn't that expensive for like a full-blown tree. You know what I mean? Like I said, I've always loved the appearance of plants. I love walking into other people's home and seeing the beautiful greenery. But mine just always looks like a graveyard. So we're turning over a new leaf. Da-dun-ch. You get it? You get it? I'll stop now. I think the way these shelves are staggered, you can actually put a light here and here, and it should hit just about every spot. Oh yeah, very nice. I like this thing more and more. I bought this plant stand with my own money, and if I could buy this plant stand for each one of you plant mamas out there, I totally would. This is definitely going on my list of some of my favorite things, and I can see my mom and my mother-in-law getting one of these for Mother's Day or their birthday or something like that. I think it would make a great gift. Did you know that there are actually a lot of good health and wellness benefits to having plants in your home? Not just for aesthetics, which this is very beautiful to look at, but plants can also help purify your indoor air by removing toxins. You know, they obviously release oxygen, reduce stress, boost mood. I can attest to that because every time I look at this, it brings me joy. They also are said to improve focus and productivity. We'll see about that. But yeah, plants have a lot of great benefits in the home. And so I am entering my plant mom era at just the right time because I can use all of that. And I just so happen to have this little bin to store plant supplies. I'll put my watering can in there, and then we'll put plant food and fertilizer once I get some of that, because I didn't know I needed to get that in advance. But it looks great. So excited. Now I'm shifting focus to see if I can salvage these window seals. You can see there's some water damage, there's stuck on stickers, and just, you know, dirt stuck in the corners. So I'm beaming my steam cleaner up, and hopefully it will tackle all of it. You know it's serious when Mama breaks out the steam shot. Did you know that there was actually a recall on these? I forget the reason why, probably because it like spurts out steam from time to time, and I'm sure there's been burns, but I opted to keep mine. Yeah, I don't know if that's illegal or not, but I opted to keep mine because I like it so much, and I didn't want to get rid of it. They were going to make you cut the cord off to get the refund. So, nope, it's worth more to me than that. And these stickers, actually, you're going to see. Okay. So we're hitting it with the power steam shot, and then I go in to wipe it off, and all that black ink was actually imprinted on the window seal. See, I'm scraping off the sticker and the ink stayed. I was like, oh no, what am I going to do? So I went and I got some like Murphy's cleaning oil and sprayed a little on that. And then we had this blue sponge, which actually had like little wires sticking out of it, almost like a little Brillo. I think it is made by Brillo pads. And I just scrubbed off that top layer of paint, and it looks so much better. It's not perfect, but it looks so much better. There is like a little dull spot where I really went to town scrubbing, but overall, window seals, not too bad. I thought that they were going to be irreversible damage on them, and there wasn't. There really wasn't. This window seal has been one of those projects that has also been screaming at me. I mean, basically, my house is full of these projects that are screaming at me, but when it gets down to it, how little of a time it actually takes to do it. And so I had an idea, and y'all let me know what you think about this. But what if we did like a 10 days of decluttering or 12 days of decluttering? I know it sounds kind of like a Christmas thing, but yeah, your girl's late. Oh well, we'll do it in the new year. And anyway, we take these 10 days decluttering, and they're short, smaller videos, but they're tackling those small projects like this, like the window seal, and we're knocking out project one day at a time. What do y'all think about that? I mean, the videos would be shorter, but they would be so much more manageable. And so maybe y'all could let me know what your problem areas are, because if you have it as a problem area, the chances of me having it a problem area is pretty high as well. I know for sure, like my cup cabinet, y'all should see it. It's kind of embarrassing. I went on a little bit of I had a problem buying discounted Stanleys. I haven't paid full price for one of my Stanleys, and I would always find them on sale. I'm like, okay, I'll get it. And now my cabinet's overflowing, so I'm gonna have to let go of some of those, which is gonna be hard because I look at them kind of like an accessory to my outfit. I know, I'm ridiculous. So let me know what your problem areas are. I know some of mine that I would include. If that's something you'd be interested in, let me know because it'll encourage me to actually follow through with it. If you give your mom a Power Shot steam cleaner to clean the windowsills, she's gonna go and clean the corner of the baseboards. If she goes and cleans the baseboard, she's gonna clean all the baseboards. And then she's gonna realize she's not built for that. But we got that wall pretty clean. And we've got, most importantly, we got those window seals spick and span. I don't think they've ever been that clean. And it really makes me want to go to all the window seals in the house and get those little dusty corners. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys helping me usher in my plant mom era. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you, Planta, for sponsoring. I hope you guys have a happy new year. Y'all go say something kind to yourself, and we will see you in the next one. Why aren't you focusing? Thank you. Thank you. I've dropped this camera one too many times. It's blurry. We got that done. Good job, she and Shane.